See, and it's interesting when we see these numbers of 55 to 64 here is 8,000. But when we take 54 and under in comparison to this other chart, I mean, with children, without children, interesting to see, what percentage of people in these groups have children and don't have children. Because older consumers have had more time to build, right, and build, invest wealth, it's only natural they would have more money, exactly. Compared to younger generations, some other factors that could impact the disparity in savings between younger and older consumers are older consumers may have more in their careers and may have more inherited wealth than younger consumers. No, well, yes, older people are more likely to have inherited wealth than younger people because the younger people's parents, who they're going to inherit that wealth from, in short, haven't yet died, but the older people's ones are more likely to have passed away, unfortunately. However, it's already been proven that people who have wealth, they don't inherit their wealth, or the reason they have wealth isn't due to inheritance. So that's already been statistically proven highly unlikely. I think it's 80% chance that's not the case. Yep, yeah, and younger consumers are more burdened by student loans. Here we are. I thought I was almost done, but I guess I'm not. Let's speed up a little bit. All right, savings by age statistics. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 2022 Consumer Expenditure Survey, those aged 45 to 54 got the most saved. Do have the most expenses? Again, sandwich generation makes sense. 31% of Gen Zers say they have enough savings to cover an unexpected $1,000 spent, compared to 43% of millennials, 36% of Gen Z, and 59% of baby boomers. Shout out to millennials. Y'all give us so much hell. We second place. And I would say we first because it makes sense that, baby boomers got, 59% because most of them are near retirement age. I think all baby boomers is 1963. They should all be at retirement age by now. That's when my mom was born. Yeah, baby boomers are past 59 and a half. So all baby boomers are hit 59 and a half. Yeah. Younger consumers are more likely to be hit by bank account fees. Shout out to bank rate. 46% of Gen Zers and 42% of millennials pay monthly bank fees. Oh, goodness. Please don't have insufficient funds. Those NSF fees, compared with only 22% of Gen Zers and 14% of baby boomers, makes sense. Average savings by education level. Interesting. All right, here we go. We're going to skip this and just go straight to the chart. Education level is one of the factors that correlates with bank account balance based on SCF data, which indicate that the median and mean balances fluctuate along with how education is attained by the individual. Largest balance jump is from, okay, we're just going to get into that. Okay, no diploma. No high school diploma. $900 is the median account balance. $9,000 is the mean. High school diploma, $3,000 is the median. The $23,000 is the mean. Some college, $5,200 for the median, and then $33,000 for the mean. And a bachelor's degree, $23,000 for the median, and then $116,000 for the mean. So if you got a bachelor's degree, your median balance is going to be higher than everyone's balance besides the some college with a mean of $33,000. I think data's already been out there for years. I mean, this was out there when I was growing up. You're gonna make $1 million more. I mean, now how much is $1 million more over the course of your lifetime? But the higher education, in short, the more income you make. Because I mean, you're gonna have the more money you're gonna have. Because remember, this is savings. This is not total wealth / net worth. This is just straight up how much people have in savings. All right. Average savings by income. Okay, now we're gonna get an income. Very similar to age and education level, income amount correlates overall with how much an individual has in savings, right? The more money you have in theory, the more you should be able to save. Median balance for highest income breaking more than 120 times that of the lowest. My goodness. Most significant jump. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, so from $35,000 or less, median account balance is $900. That's the same amount as people with no high school diploma. So people with no high school diploma, I guess they're not making over $35,000. Is that what this is telling us? They're not even making. That's right around that $15 an hour mark that people keep complaining about. Yes, $15,000 is $15 an hour is $31,000. So what is $35,000 an hour? Almost $17 an hour. Is that what people are talking about? Mean is almost 8,000. 35 to 59K is going to be 2,500, then 16K for median and mean. 60K to 92K is 74, and then 25K. 91,000 to 153,000 is going to be 15K, then 44K for median and mean savings, and 153K to 245K is 33,000 to 76,000 for median and mean, and then 245,000 plus $250,000 or more, essentially 111,000 for the median, and then 353,000 for the mean. People have just $350,000 sitting in their bank account. I hope not in one bank account, because that puts you over the 250 limit for NCUA and FDIC. Whatever the people are insure that stuff. I can't remember now. The median account balance for most income groups has progressively increased since 2013. One exception is the median balance for the lowest income range, which has decreased by $40. Unfortunate there. Average savings by race and ethnicity. Okay, for race, those classified as non-Hispanic whites have significantly higher median and median account balances than those in the Hispanic and Black categories, reflecting a racial wealth gap. Here we go. As white families hold more than 5 times the wealth of typical Black Hispanic families. Where are the Asians at? Asian people have the most money, by the way, especially when you break down to, Japanese, Chinese, Indian, Pakistan. When you break it down like that, those people at the top, Indonesian, Filipino, those people are actually at the top. When we just have white, Black, Hispanic, then other here, right? This other is including indigenous people, right? It's dropping it down. But if you add Asians here, they would actually be at the top. All right. White people got the most, then Hispanics, then Black people. Black people got $10 more for their median bank account balance, whatever. And then others, which is inflated, but they're technically in second place behind white people. How much of our money should go to savings? Many advisors recommend workers stash 15 to 20% of income spread across accounts like CDs. Do not. Why? Money market accounts, savings accounts, and other places where money can be protected to grow. Somebody's offering you a CD, telling you to put money in a CD, ask them if they're getting a commission off that. How much someone should tuck away depends on what they're spending, says Greg McBride, CFA, Chief Financial Analyst for Bankrate. Okay, Greg, let's see what we're talking about here. The best way to determine your monthly expenses is to create a budget. Not the best way. That's the only way to determine your monthly expenses. How are you going to determine your monthly expenses if you don't do a budget? Your budget is telling you how you spend your money. Greg McBride, CFA, Chief Financial Analyst for Bankrate. That lists how much money your is coming in every month and subtracts that from expense categories like housing, transportation, groceries. All right, cool. The average consumer had about $10,228 in income left over after taxes and expenses in 2022. That's less than $1,000 a month on a monthly basis. All right. And that's according to Consumer Expenditure Survey published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. The data shows the average person shelled out about $6,080 a month. How? That's the average. Meaning for 3 months worth of expenses, they should save at least $18,000. True, according to McBride's recommendation. See, that's the average. I'd like to see the median. Because when we do 60,000, 6,000 times 12 is 72. That's the gross median income is like 75,000. So this is the average what people are spending. So I like to see what the median is that people are spending. Because I'm not sure what the average income is in America. Bottom line, even with the challenges of inflation, having money in the bank to cover emergencies is possible when you have a budget. Oh, look, we're getting back to the budget, back to basics. You got to get on a budget. Establish an emergency fund should be a top priority. It's also important to consider retirement and other savings. Again, goals you may have. Over time and as you advance your career, you may want to increase your contributions to retirement. So again, this 15% to 20% they're talking about is not for retirement savings, since they're delineating here that you need to also save for retirement savings. So if they're telling you to save 15 to 20% of your pre-tax, let's go 15% for savings, not retirement savings. And if you do another 15%, which is usually a recommendation of your pre-tax for retirement savings, that puts you at 30%. Remember on the last episode, 2 episodes ago, we talked about daycare. Whenever I talked about daycare, when we talked about daycare, that's 2 episodes ago. Daycare, they wanted to be no more than 7%. So we do 15 plus 15, that's 30. Then we have 37% right there, right? Then if we talk about how much your rent/mortgage should be, no more than 25%. So 37 plus 25, we have 62% right there. We didn't even pay taxes yet. It's crazy out here, y'all. Please pay off this debt and get your life in order. The financial numbers out here, the math is mathing, and the math is saying that people's in a bad situation. So you can have 8 times your salary saved by age 60. That's why you need to put money into your retirement savings. To get the most out of your savings, okay, then we got to add here, I believe. All right, again, Renee Bennett, banking writer. And here, let's see if we can see how much they're saving real quick in this savings article, how much they say we should be saving. Okay, they're just doing the 1 times your age, 3 times your age, things like that. All right, y'all, that's it. Locked in, loaded. Again, the average amount in U.S. savings accounts, how much does your cash stack up? And again, like I said, this is written by Renee Bennett and edited by Mark Wanjo. I'm pronouncing Mark's last name right. All right, y'all, that's it. Locked and loaded. End of the episode. I want to be very, very clear. If you just follow the baby steps, you're going to have your 36 months of expenses saved. You don't have to worry about it. No. Yes, savings is important, but over here, definitely recommend, we're talking about emergency savings here. We're not talking about retirement savings, and that's why, savings versus investing. Definitely, you need to do everything you can. When I'm working with my clients, most people have some amount of money saved. Most people don't have 36 months of expenses, but most people have usually some money saved. I just have them keep it there. Because again, we don't want to save indefinitely anyway. And most people, the amount of money they have saved isn't going to supercharge their debt payoff journey. And we want to pay off your debt. So from a budgeting standpoint, as I talk about in this article, we can get those minimum payments back into your budget and increase your liquidity on a month-to-month basis and increase the chances of you having to go back into debt, and you can start paying cash for things, in short. And so for most people, I just have them leave it there and just don't add no more to it. And then when we get to a point where, let's say you have $10,000 saved and you have $10,000 left in debt, you have that conversation about, do you just want to pay all your debt off right now? A lot of people get to that situation where they say yes, because the whole point of the debt payoff journey is to change your mindset around not just debt, but finance in general. And you get the financial coaching, the education through that process, and you see how important it is to no longer have the debt at all. You get to a point where you're actually not just living below your means, but how you're operating is within your means / below your means. So you might be going out less because you can't afford to go out as much as you've been going out in the past, which is why you have all that debt. You don't see all this damn driving you do on your car causes your maintenance to be due sooner, and you can afford to pay this much in maintenance on a monthly basis. You can afford the maintenance on a yearly basis. You can afford the maintenance on your car. What the average number is, like, when you Google it. But that's if you drive your car X amount, those miles that cause that maintenance to be due when it's due. If you're driving double the miles, then you're paying, in simple math, simple logic, double the amount of maintenance, and you can afford that level of maintenance. Those are the type of things or hidden costs that are in people's finances that, one, I try to help, bring to the forefront and add more clarity to, but really that people don't see. And it doesn't show up in your budget. The fact that you go out too much, you think shows up in your eating out budget, but you don't see how it shows up in your car maintenance budget. So when we just did this article and 44% of people don't have $1,000 for something like a car expense, well, boom. And that's why we did the one article about high income earners not having no money. They talk about, I ain't getting no oil change, right? I'm trying to figure out put tires on my car. And it's like, most of y'all, depending on the size of your vehicle, but if you have a large vehicle and you have a truck, right, then it makes sense that your tires cost more. But for those of us with cars and things like that, unless you're like me, you got, I buy sports tune type tires, whatever, for my car. So my tires are like, I don't know, $300, like $280, almost $300, something like that. But a lot of these tires out here, you can get tires for $100, $150 relative, to the size of your vehicle / the type of tires you need for your car. So those are the things that people don't see that impact their savings rate. And when you don't have money saved, it can keep you, and usually does keep people, in this debt loop where they can never end up getting out of debt and, get their head above water. All right. That's it, y'all. End of the episode, locked and loaded. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm. Please leave those rating reviews on the podcast platforms as well. My information, as well as my co-host Jordan information, can be found in the description and will one day be pinned to the top. I don't know if actually, now I'm saying that, I might not pin it one day, because when people leave comments and there's a conversation, I'd like to pin that to the top. But something will be pinned one of these days consistently. I'm silent_Corey on social, and Jordan is Stop Stalling J on social. Jordan's business page is finallyfit.live. That's where you can go to sign up for the Monday and Wednesday 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time virtual training sessions. All right. Again, y'all, if y'all have any comments, please leave one. Let us know. Again, we appreciate the feedback. We continue to do our best to stay consistent and drop better content for y'all. All right. That's it, y'all. Remember to save more and say less. Keep making better your best. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.